Welcome to a new problem solving session. And there is a YouTube problem on YouTube. This is real YouTube. And we need to find out something like difference in liquid levels. That means difference is lengths of liquid columns. So the statement of the problem is the horizontal part of the U-shaped tube with a cross section, that means cross sectional area of 1 centimeter square, shown in the figure is 10 centimeter long. You can see here the horizontal part is 10 centimeter long and its vertical legs or limbs, you can say, are long enough, so you don't need to worry about. First 20 centimeter cube of water is filled into the tube. I'm not interested in its volume, I'm interested in its length of the water column, and that I can find simply dividing its volume by the cross sectional area of the U tube, that is 1 centimeter square, so that it becomes 20 centimeter, that means 0.2 meter. So you just poured in the 0.2 meter of water column into the U tube. Then 20 centimeter cube of the oil is also filled into the left branch or limb. This is again, its length is 0.2 meter. Density of water is 1000 kg per meter cube, and density of oil is 800 kg per meter cube. That's fine. We will need it. The system is accelerated to the left with an acceleration of magnitude A. Okay. Determine the difference between water level and the oil level as a function of acceleration. That's right. In terms of acceleration, we now need to find out the difference in liquid levels. And what can I do to solve this problem? I could do many things, but I'm going to try a different method, a simple one. So I'm going to work in the coordinate system moving with the U tube. That means accelerating to the left. And in this reference frame or in this reference system, you will see that but first let me tell you one joke once cracked by Albert Einstein, and he told something like sometimes I think gravity itself is a pseudo force. I don't remember exactly, but I read it somewhere. Perhaps I don't remember, so leave it. He told once that I sometimes think that gravity itself is a pseudo force. I couldn't understand this statement at all, but later I learned that the pseudo forces are also gravity. The pseudo forces create gravity with the Earth's gravity, and I don't know why the name is pseudo force. I don't know, but I think pseudo forces and Earth's gravity both combine to create the net gravity, what we feel in our lives. So I can see here, sitting in the frame of U tube, there are two kinds of gravitational forces acting. One is Earth's gravity in vertically downward direction, that provides an acceleration g, and the second one is the pseudo forces that is acting towards right in horizontal direction and providing an acceleration a to every bit of whatever put in this U tube. And I guess every every bit of water, every drop of it, every drop of the oil we put in will be filling this, and the resultant will be something like this. We would like to call it G effective or the net gravity, and of course it will be acting at an angle alpha with the true vertical, and that alpha can be found simply by writing tan alpha equals perpendicular of base, that is A by G. And so we have pictures something like this right now. The gravity is in this direction and everything in this manner. I can see the picture right now, but I have an habit to see the gravity in vertically downward direction. So I'm going to rotate the whole thing by an angle alpha. That means also by an angle alpha in anti-clockwise direction. So I will get something like this. This picture is truly weird and nonsense, but you can see the picture drawn at your left and you can associate yourself with it. You should. And this picture says something that G gravity is in this direction and everything has been shifted or rotated in anti-clockwise direction with an angle alpha. This is the similar situation. Nothing had changed. This is similar situation, and then everything is in equilibrium for this observer because it is moving with the YouTube. And now let us write down the equilibrium condition for the hydrostatic pressures, say at point O. I'm going to write down every equation at point O. I took this length x, so that means this is the oil I put in the left limb initially. So, and its length was 0.2 meter. So you can say that this length after here, the x length has been put, x length has transferred to this limb. The remaining length will be 0.2 minus x meter, and this length is x and this point is O, I can see. So this length will be, this whole length was 0.1 meter, so this length will become simply 0.1 minus x meter, and this whole length was 0.2 meter. That means this length is going to be 0.1 plus x, simply because 0.1 minus x plus 0.1 plus x will give us the total length 0.2 meter. Yeah, so initial things are done now, and we are going to write down the pressure equation for the equilibrium. And the pressure, I think at point O will be, there is some pressure at here at the open surface. The pressure will be same, so we don't need to mention it. If you wish, you can write P naught, and later it will get cancelled out, so no, there is no need to mention it. You can mention the atmospheric pressure here and here, or you can simply leave it. And this length, I think, because the G effective is in this direction, you should remember this. G effective is in this direction, so this angle will be alpha. There is nothing in it, and density of water is I'm going to write density of water simply as rho W. So the pressure will be here rho W G effective, that is GE simply. G effective double F is extra 2 F's. I am not going to write down GE. I would like to write G effective as GE simply. And this whole length is 0.1 plus X cos alpha. So this is the effective pressure at point 2. And it should be equated by the pressure here at this point. And at this point, the length you can simply calculate. These lines are horizontal basically. This line is horizontal and this line is vertical. That means in the direction of G effective. So yeah, if the density of the oil is something rho O, then I would like to pressure at this place, comparing from the here, rho naught GE 0.2x 0.2 minus x, sorry, 0.2 minus x is the length multiplied by cos alpha. And still I will have to find out this length too, or I can write something. I can divide it in two parts, and I could write the pressure something. I'm missing something. This length is x, so I would like to write the pressure here at this junction, and so I need to find out this length in the direction of G effective, this length, and this angle is alpha, so this length will be simply x sine alpha, this length x sine alpha. So I can write it again, rho naught G effective x sine alpha. And so I got the pressure here. Now I'm going to write pressure here. So I need the length in this direction, and this is 0.1 minus x sine alpha. Yeah, so I'm going to write one more thing to reach at pressure at point 2, and that will be rho water GE 0.1 minus x sine alpha. And so I got so I did the pressure from here, from this route to here, and from this route to here, and I wrote down all the pressures here. And now if you wish, you can put your density data that is given, and you could divide it by cos alpha, because you have the value of tan alpha, so you can divide both sides by cos alpha, and you will get your result something like I have earlier found it, 0.1 plus x equals 0.1 minus x tan alpha plus 0.8 x tan alpha and plus 0.8.2 minus x, every time with cos alpha, and everything with cos alpha is not with a tan alpha, and every time with the sin alpha will convert into tan alpha, and you can find the value of x from here. And I hope you will get, if you are going to solve this problem, you will get x equals 0.3 plus 0.5. Do I write the value of tan alpha? Of course, a by g divided by 9 plus a by g. You will get the value of x like this. And so you have to do one last thing. You have to find the difference in levels of the liquid. And difference of levels of the liquid here is simply the difference is something like this length minus this length. This is the difference, and that will be that difference you are going to write is simply 0.1 plus x minus 0.2 minus x, and get it by yourself. You will get something like 0.9 a by g minus 0.3 divided by a by g plus 9. Yeah, this difference, and you can solve your problem. I did nothing in this problem to solve. I simply considered a frame that is moving with YouTube, used some creativity, and this is done. You can watch it more than one time. Thank you very much for watching.